Hey you guys, it's Teresa here with the Narc Remedy. Today's topic is going to be about why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry. But before we get into it, I want you guys to like, comment, and subscribe. Share the video. Yes, you guys, share the video. Don't be stingy. Also, hit those notification bells so you guys can be notified every time I post new content, just like this. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so you guys, the reason why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry. Hold on. Don't get me. This is not a bad thing, you guys, okay? But I know you're like, but Teresa, I've spent so many years with this guy, or so many months with this guy, or weeks with this guy or girl, and I've done all I can. I've been wife material, or I've been husband material, and they still didn't marry you. Well, that's true. Okay. That's definitely true. But that's not a bad thing. Okay? And the reason why they didn't marry you, the first reason is because you're not a complete pushover. Okay? You're not a doormat. See, narcissists need somebody that they can just shut up and do what I want you to do. Okay? They want somebody who's not going to question, the things that they do or argue back with them. Okay? Now, when I first got with the narcissist, I didn't necessarily argue back, but I did question a few things like, why are you doing that? Or why are you doing this, right? And, he would just, oh, that's just so-and-so, or that's just, how I do things, And I'd be like, okay, it's a little weird, but okay. So, and then like the ending stages, oh, I really got mouthy, you guys. I started arguing back, but that gave him fuel. That gave him supply. So it's like, okay, argue back with me because I'm crazy, and now you're crazy for arguing. But typically, you guys, when they marry you, um, they feel like you're gonna be permanent supply, like you're never gonna argue or you're never gonna question them. You know what I mean? So that's why they would marry you. They depend on you staying the long haul longer than a baby mama would. Okay? So if a narcissist marry you, it's a bad thing. Okay? They think you're a pushover, and they think that they gonna drip you, which they will. They will suck you dry for your money, your cars, your houses, your dignity, your love, everything. Okay? Second reason why a narcissist won't marry you. You're not a very jealous person. Okay? Alright? Now, for me, I didn't like the narcissist at first. He had to grow on me simply because I was grossed out because, this was my high school friend's older brother. So I was like, I can't date my high school friend's older brother. What am I doing? So when he would try to triangulate me, I wouldn't get jealous. I'd be like, okay, whatever, you know. So if you're not that jealous, they won't marry you. Because the trick is they trying to, triangulate you and make you jealous. So they'll be like, well, I'm going to leave you. You know what I'm saying? That's the only power that they have. Like, oh, well, if you don't do right, I'm going to leave. They just think of anything to leave. And then you're like, no, please stay, please. I never was that type. He always texted me. He always called me unless it was about the kids, then I called or texted or whatever. The next reason why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry. You make the narcissist act like an adult, okay? You make them take care of all their responsibilities, all right? I know with me, I have kids with them, so, when he didn't want to do right, I put him on child support, and he paid well, he didn't pay all of it, but he paid something. Like, it bonded him and tied him down to the kids just because of the child support, okay? And then even when my kids were newborns, like I made him stay up in the middle of the night with us. You gonna help me? You gonna help me with these kids, okay? I didn't make them by myself. All right. And I also made him pay bills. I also made him get a job. Okay. I ain't play. I also made him be there for us emotionally and physically. You know, whenever we got sick, hey, come on, go to the store and get us something, you know what I'm saying? You know? So if you make them be an adult, they don't like that. Okay? Because they like the parent-child dynamic where you're kind of like the parent and you take care of them. Okay? I wasn't that type. If anything, the narcissist gave me money all the time. Okay? Because I would always be like, yeah, I need help with this. Or I was the one who would, act like I was quote unquote needy because, you're my man. And I've had all these kids by you. Why wouldn't I need things? But anyway, you guys. The next reason why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry is they hate your family and friends, okay? Now, at first I was like, huh? Hate my family and friends? Like, he acted like, they were cool or, he was cool with them or whatever. But in reality, he hated them because they loved me, okay? And that's why they'll hate your friends and family, you guys. If they see people that, love you, they'll hate them simply because of that reason. Because their main goal is to isolate you from everybody. So if they can't isolate you from any of the people that you're around, they hate your family and friends, okay? And then also this one time, I remember I had this friend. And, she was Caucasian and she was younger than me. And she would come over to the house and hang out, and our kids were newborns. So she would help me with the babies because she loved babies. She would help me with the babies. And he would get upset that she's there. And he accused me of being with this girl, like of liking her. And I was like, no, I don't like her. It's just, she's helping me with the kids when you're not here. And he hated that. He hated her. And I was like, why do you hate her? You don't even know her. But that was the reason, because she cared for us. So, they do hate your family and friends, all right? You don't share, okay? If you don't share with a narcissist, if you don't put them on your lease, if you don't let them drive your car, if you don't put them on your will, they will not marry you, because those are things that ties you to them. Those are things that are long term that they know, oh, if she put me on her lease, I know it's real, that type of thing. So if you don't share, they won't be marrying you, okay? The next reason why the narcissist won't pick you to marry. You have 1 foot in and 1 foot already out the door. If you already done made up in your mind you don't want to be with them anymore, they hate that. They hate for us to leave them. So they're not going to marry you because you're not permanent supply. You're not, sufficient supply to be like, oh, well, I'm going to keep them because they're going to stay. No, if they already know you have in your mind to leave, they're not going to marry you, okay? And the last reason is why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry, because you will not entertain their ego, okay? You won't stroke their big ego. You won't tell them how wonderful of a father they are or mother they are. You won't, congratulate them on things that they never did do, because that's how my narcissist was. Like, in the beginning, I used to be like, oh, my God, you're everything to me. And, but towards the end, I was like, you ugly. I always called them ugly. But, they like for people to stroke that ego, that imaginary false self, and if you don't do that, they don't want you, okay? So you guys, those were the reasons why the narcissist didn't pick you to marry. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing, okay? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.